Dear viewers, Pakistan's misery with FATF continues as it remains to appear on the FATF's grey list since the past 2 years. Despite the very hard work put in by the Pakistan compliance team led by Energy Minister, let me point out here that Pakistan over the past 2 years have been given different observations from time to time. So far, it has complied with 75 out of 82 observations given in different sessions. Still, some new points have been given to Pakistan, and I don't know how long would it take from Pakistan to clear this list. It may be mentioned that Malaysia was cleared from FATF grey list in 2018 while it fully complied with 20 out of 40 points. The remaining 20 remained partly compliant. While FATF appreciates and recognizes the hard work put in by the Pakistan team, yet its clearance from the grey list has been postponed. The question here is this a due legal process or there are any political strings attached to it by asking Pakistan to do something else in the region, especially in Afghanistan? Let's take a look what the chief of FATF said at the end of the meeting held in June 2021.
Pakistan remains under increased monitoring. The Pakistani government has made substantial progress in making its counter-terrorist financing systems stronger and more effective. It has largely addressed 26 out of 27 items on the action plan it first committed to in June 2018. That action plan focused on terrorist financing issues. However, one key action item still needs to be completed, which concerns the investigation and prosecution of senior leaders and commanders of UN-designated terror groups. In addition to this, a separate process has been taking place over the past few years. Back in 2019, the FATF's regional partner, the APG, the Asia Pacific Group, identified a number of serious issues during its assessment of Pakistan's entire anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing system. Since then, Pakistan has made improvements. These include clear efforts to raise awareness in the private sector to Pakistan's money laundering risks and to develop and use financial intelligence to build cases. However, Pakistan is still failing to effectively implement the global FATF standards across a number of areas. This means the risks of money laundering remain high, which in turn can fuel corruption and organized crime. That is why the FATF has worked with the Pakistani government to agree on areas that still need to be improved as part of a new action plan that largely focuses on money laundering risks.
Now, as the Financial Action Task Force discussed Pakistan's compliance to the 27-point action plan in Paris, the foreign minister finds no justification in keeping Pakistan in the grey list. In a statement carried by Radio Pakistan, Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said that Pakistan has completed the FATF's technical requirements. He said, I'm quoting here, "We had been given 27 points in the FATF action plan, out of which work on 26 has been completed. In this situation, there is no justification to keep Pakistan on the grey list."
براہ راست اسلام آباد لیے چلتے ہیں جہاں وفاقی وزیر حماد اظہر نیوز کانفرنس کر رہے ہیں.
کمپلائنٹ ہے اور یہ ان 2 سال کے عرصے میں جتنی پاکستان نے کمپلائنس حاصل کی ہے، فیٹف کی تاریخ میں کوئی اور ایسا ملک نہیں ہے جس نے 2 سال میں 40 میں سے 31 نکات پہ کمپلائنس حاصل کی ہوں اور 82 ریکمنڈیشنز اس کو دی گئی ہوں اور 2 سال بعد اس نے 75 کے اوپر کمپلائنس حاصل کی ہو. یعنی کہ پاکستان کو تاریخ کا سب سے مشکل فیٹف کا ایکشن پلان فروری 2018 میں ملا تھا اور اس کے بعد سب سے لمبا MER بھی اس کو ملا اور 2 سال کے بعد سب سے زیادہ تاریخ میں جس ملک نے پروگرس کیا ہے ان ایکشن پلانز پہ وہ بھی پاکستان ہے. اب میں آتا ہوں کہ ہم نے جو ابھی تک اچیو کیا ہے، مثلاً یہ 26 میں سے جو 27 میں سے جو 26 نکات ہیں اس میں ایک نقطہ رہ گیا ہے. جیسے میں نے آپ کو بتایا اگلا جب بھی 3-4 مہینے بعد سیشن ہوئے گا ہمارا ٹارگٹ ہوئے گا کہ ہم اس پہ مکمل کریں اور پھر یہ والا ایکشن پلان 27 نکاتی جو ہے یہ ہمارا مکمل ہو چکا ہوئے گا. جو دوسرا ایکشن پلان ہے جو ہمیں آج ملا ہے یہ اس کی نوعیت مختلف ہے اور یہ ہمیں 7 نکاتی ایکشن پلان ملا ہے. پہلے والا ایکشن پلان ٹیررزم فائنینسنگ پہ فوکس تھا. جو دوسرے والا ایکشن پلان ہمیں آج ملا ہے 7 نکاتی وہ منی لانڈرنگ پہ فوکسڈ ہے. پہلے والا ایکشن پلان انتہائی مشکل اور چیلنجنگ تھا کسی بھی ملک کے لیے اسپیشلی پاکستان کے لیے کیونکہ ٹیرر فائنینسنگ میں ہمیں ہائی رسک ڈکلیئر کیا گیا تھا تو ہمارے کمپلائنس کے تھریش ہولڈ بھی زیادہ تھے. جو دوسرا ایکشن پلان منی لانڈرنگ کا ہمیں ملا ہے وہ قدرے لیس چیلنجنگ ہے کیونکہ منی لانڈرنگ میں ہم لو رسک ہیں تو ہمارے کمپلائنس کے تھریش ہولڈز بھی اکارڈنگلی ایڈجسٹ ہوئیں گے. جو پہلا ایکشن پلان تھا وہ ہم اگلے 3-4 ماہ میں انشاءاللہ تعالیٰ اس کا جو ایک نکات رہ گیا ہے وہ ہم مکمل کر لیں گے. اور یہ جو نیا ایکشن پلان 7 نکاتی ملا ہے جس کو میں نے آپ کو بتایا کہ اس کے اندر 7 نقطے منی لانڈرنگ سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں. عموماً ملک 2 سال لیتے ہیں اس کو مکمل کرنے میں. ہم انشاءاللہ ہم نے اپنے لیے ٹارگٹ سیٹ کیا ہے کہ ہم 12 ماہ میں اس کو انشاءاللہ تعالیٰ مکمل کر لیں گے. گرے لسٹ سے نکلنے کے لیے ہمیں اب ضروری ہے کہ ہم دونوں ایکشن پلانز جو ہیں ان کو مکمل کریں. میں یہاں پہ یہ بھی بتانا چاہتا ہوں کہ بلیک لسٹنگ کا کوئی خطرہ موجود نہیں ہے اور اب بحث اسی بات پہ ہو رہی ہے کہ گرے سے ہم نے وائٹ لسٹ میں کب جانا ہے.
In a dramatic development in its meeting held in June 2021, when the world was looking forward for clearance of Pakistan from FATF grey list, this matter has been postponed till its next meeting scheduled in October 2021. While acknowledging Pakistan's progress in improving its financial controls and fulfilling 26 out of 27 points, FATF chief has further deferred this matter till its next review meeting scheduled in October 2021. Countries on the grey list of FATF are Albania, the Bahamas, Barbados, Botswana, Cambodia, Ghana, Iceland, Jamaica, Mauritius, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Panama, Syria, Uganda, Yemen, and Zimbabwe. The key objectives of the FATF are to set standards and promote effective implementation of legal, regulatory, and operational measures for combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and other related threats to the integrity of the international financial systems. There are 39 members of the FATF, 37 jurisdictions, 2 regional organizations, i.e. the Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commission. FATF was formed by the 1989 G7 summit in Paris to combat the growing problem of money laundering. In its first year, FATF issued a report containing 40 recommendations to effectively fight money laundering. These standards were revised in 2003 to reflect evolving patterns and techniques in money laundering. The Financial Action Task Force (FATF) is the global money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog. They help authorities go after the money of criminals in dealing illegal drugs, human trafficking, and other crimes. The FATF also works to stop funding the weapons for mass destruction. Pakistan was put in grey list by the Paris-based FATF in June 2018. Since then, country has been struggling to come out of it. Mr. Hamad Azhar, Minister of Energy, leads the affairs of FATF in Pakistan. With his relentless efforts spread over 2 years, so far Pakistan has been saved from FATF blacklisting. Since June 2018, when Pakistan was made a high-level political commitment, to work with the FATF and APG to strengthen its AML-CFT regime and to address its strategic counter-terrorist financing-related deficiencies, Pakistan's continued political commitment has led to significant progress across a comprehensive CFT action plan, including demonstrating that law enforcement agencies are identifying and investigating the widest range of terrorist financing activity, demonstrating enforcement against TFS violations, and working to prevent the raising and moving of funds, including by controlling facilities and services owned or controlled by designated persons and entities. Malaysia was cleared from FATF list in 2018 when it complied with 20 out of 40 points. Remaining points were largely or partly compliant. Let's hope that clean justice prevails, no divergence in politicizing this matter unnecessarily, and Pakistan is cleared sooner from FATF grey list. Thanks for watching.